able to go live this past weekend, so I am catching up with my hashtag LEDA challenges today. Today is going to be days 4 and 5 in my missions. So without further ado, day 4 is all about getting vulnerable and talking about something that holds me back from, going live. And the biggest thing for me, and I think a lot of people in this particular niche might feel the same way. Hi, Ava. How are you doing? So I live in a predominantly Christian area. Okay. I grew up in a predominantly Christian area. And the idea with tarot cards is that they're evil. And, they're things of the devil and you shouldn't use them and so on and so forth. So what really holds me back from really truly being more open about my readings and doing them more publicly on like Facebook or stuff like that is honestly the fear of persecution. People thinking that I'm evil because I read tarot cards. When in reality, I personally believe that our deities can talk to us through any number of ways, not just through one specific book. So why can't God, goddess, whatever you believe, I don't care. Why can't they talk to us through pictures on cards? Why can't they talk to us through movies that we watch? Why can't they talk to us to random books that we read? I believe they can. And so out of fear of persecution from people here locally, out of fear from people attacking my family, I tend to not go public anywhere that I know local people are going to be watching me. So that's why I'm here on YouTube. That's why I came to YouTube, is because most of the people here are not from my local community. And honestly, I feel safe here on YouTube with you guys. So I'm going to tell you a little story on why why I chose tarot cards, what really they mean to me, what kind of things I was going through. So some of you have heard this story, some of you have not. Many years ago, about 5 years ago, I was in a really deep, dark place. I was in depression. I was actually at the beginning of a spiritual awakening. I was going to church at the time, and I was not being spiritually fulfilled. Now, that doesn't say anything against the church. The church I was going to is fantastic, and I love the people there. They're spectacular people. Many of whom that I was close to then, I still talk to and, consider them friends. But I was not being spiritually fulfilled. So I started searching elsewhere. And I was already into essential oils and I was already into crystals. And so I started learning more and more about both, and about energies and about healing and different modalities from around the world and different things that could bring you closer to what you revere as your deity. Tarot cards were one of them. And so I learned to read tarot, and for me personally, I never felt closer to my deity than ever before. Okay. Now, come back to this, Christian atmosphere. And I'm not saying it's every Christian. Please, know that. I, for years, considered myself Christian. I do not any longer, even though I do follow the teachings of Christ. But it's more because the fact that I don't want to be associated with the hypocritical side of the religious Christians. So I don't want to be known for that. Especially since I'm reading tarot cards and half the, churches around here would see me as evil, as, sharing the devil's work kind of thing. And so really, even though reading tarot and doing Reiki brought me out of my depression, brought me back to myself, I still have a hard time sharing that with anybody here locally that I know personally, because I'm afraid of being judged. And I think a lot of us, no matter what or who we are, we're all afraid of being judged. And I think we can all learn from this experience. You know, we need a safe place to go and be ourselves. And that's really what I want to show you guys. This right here, this channel, what I am creating, this is a safe space for all of you. This is a place that I want you to be able to feel able to express yourself and know that you're not going to be judged. Know that you're not going to be persecuted for questions that you ask. And it's the same thing on my other channel. I want to make sure that you guys feel safe, because I don't want you to feel like I have in the past in my own hometown. So that's really what I wanted to share with you guys. And so you guys get a little bit more insight into me and kind of see where I'm coming from on this. And I know I am not alone. There's others of you out there. Don't be afraid to speak up, because I am here for you. We can create a community, a safe place together where there's no judgment. There's no fear of persecution. So I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for days 6 and 7, and a little bit later for another live. Bye.